changes can participate at. Hello, hello, 晚上好. Wow, you are the number one who joined my live stream. I'm so happy. Can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me. If you can hear me, you can say yes. I think it's okay. Okay, I think it's okay. So today we are going to learn how to improve your Chinese pronunciation. Well, actually, I think there are not that many tips. Only 5 tips I want you to know. And after learning these 5 tips, you can, when you read Chinese and when you learn Chinese, I think it's going to be very helpful. Okay. And as usual, I will speak English first, and then the last 30 minutes, I'm going to speak Japanese. Maybe here, it's better. Okay. So when I show you this little bear, I'm going to speak Japanese. I think it's too close. Here, it's better. 不要倒下来哟。Okay. It's better, I think. Okay, I'm going to explain in Japanese. 皆さんこんばんは。こんばんは。晚上好。今日はいつも通り、まず英語で説明します。あとは日本語で説明します。このちっちゃいクマちゃんが出てくるときは日本語で説明します。クマちゃんがいないときは英語で説明します。Okay, when you see this little bear, I'm going to speak Japanese. If you cannot see this little bear, I'm going to speak English and Chinese. Okay? こんばんは。不要倒下。是不是这个屏幕有一点斜啊？ Is it because like the camera today is a little bit strange? Oh, it's going to be okay. 应该没问题了。こんばんは。こんばんは。今日は発音が良くなるポイントを説明しますが、最初の30分は英語と中国語、あとの30分は日本語と中国語。もし英語に興味がある方はぜひ英語とかコメントしてください。日本語でも構わないですので、加油吧。好的。Okay, so many people want to improve. It doesn't matter if you are learning Japanese or you are learning Chinese. You want to speak Chinese well, and you want people to understand your pronunciation. But how can we when we speak Chinese, when we read Chinese, what should we pay more attention? Okay, I think the first one is the tones. Okay, 声调. In Chinese, the tone is 声调. Okay, you know there are 4. Okay. Yeah, many people know. Oh yes, there are 4 tones. Only 4, right? But actually, there's one more. It's the light tone. Light. So the first tone, second tone, third tone, fourth tone. So in Chinese, we say, 我的铅笔在哪? This is 一声 the first tone, 二声 second tone, 三声 third tone, 四声 fourth tone. Nothing here, light tone, which means when you see nothing there, you have to pronounce short, light. For example, let's see this sentence. my mother in Chinese, my mother. So this is a Chinese character. Maybe you know, oh, actually, I cannot read Chinese characters, but I can read the pinyin. Yes, I mean for beginners, if you don't know how to read the characters, which means you cannot practice, right? Yes, in the beginning, I think in the beginning, it's better to read the Chinese characters with pinyin and practice more. For example, my mother in Chinese, the pinyin is 我的妈妈. Okay, so my mother in Chinese is 我的妈妈, 我的妈妈. So actually, you can see pinyin, basically we put the tone on the second alphabet. Okay, so this is the third tone. When you read the third tone, it's like going down and going up. So some students, they ask me like, how can I remember the tones? So difficult. Well, there's no way you can remember, like there's no rule. I mean, there's no any rules. It's like I want to remember the tones. The only way is like just remember this word, this character is the third tone. Okay, but how can you read this sentence like more like a native Chinese speaker? Well, that's the point. こんばんは, 晚上好. The point is, when you see nothing on the second alphabet, it's a light tone. Many students, they just like try to many students, they read the light tone. It's like the first tone. That's very strange. Okay, so the first thing in this sentence, you want to say my mother. 我的妈. Okay, it's 我的妈妈. Mama. Maybe you will ask, they are the same characters. Why the second character is the light tone, but the first character is the first tone? Okay, basically, ma, this character is the first tone. Normally, it's ma, but when you see two characters together, the second character is going to be the light tone. It's the rule. So mama, and if you want to say the dad, your father, is also the same. So this character, ba, the fourth tone, when you pronounce the fourth tone, like it's going to be the strongest tone, I feel. Ba, right? When you want to read the fourth tone, you will try to like the very strong ba. And because the first character and the second character, they are the same. Okay, 100%. When you see two characters, they are the same character, and the second character is going to be always light tone. So baba, mama. Okay. Ogenki. What? Ogenki sleeping? What is that question? Okay. And I also, do you know how to say thank you in Chinese? Thank you. Thank you. 谢谢, right? It's the same. So maybe if you don't know, if you don't write like 谢谢, if you say 谢谢, it's going to be another character. So be careful. So sometimes I know it's very difficult. Sometimes I type in my phone like the pin. You can find the keyboard like a Chinese, and then you can find the tone. But if you don't know how to type, you can say 谢 is the for and the 谢, nothing. So 谢谢. The people know you are writing 谢谢 because without the tone, sometimes it's going to be another word. Okay. So here, so the first point I want you to know is like the Chinese is not just like 4 tones. Actually, there's one more. It's the light tone. When can we use? When we know to pronounce this character like as a light tone? So the character, when the characters they're the same, 妈妈, 爸爸, 谢谢. Basically, the second one is going to be the light tone. Okay. Any questions? No. So the first thing I want you to remember. And also, there's another thing. It's the sentence is very short. You feel, oh, it's not that difficult to read. When the sentence becomes very long, you will feel, oh, it's kind of difficult. For example, 我的妈妈. My mother is very busy. Okay, the pinyin is going to 很忙. So when you try to read a sentence like a little longer than before, how can we stop? There's many tones. Okay, so third tone, light tone, first tone, light tone, and the third tone, the second tone. Maybe when you read, it's going to be like this, nothing, like the very light, and then here, and then here. So read like this way. 我的妈妈很忙. This is how I teach my students to remember the tones. Look at me. When I read this sentence, I do 我的妈妈很忙. So basically, I follow like the tone, right? It's like a dance. I like dancing. You know, I like dancing. Like, yeah, it's important. It's very easy. You just think, okay, Chinese tongue is like I follow the tongue and move. So when I say this, 我的, I just do this. And if you watch, I'm not sure if you watch like a Chinese, maybe Chinese kids, how do they read the Chinese books? How do the kids learn Chinese? Basically, they do this. They move their head. It's like a dance. Okay. So you want to read this like the kind of like the native Chinese speaker. In the beginning, you don't need to do. Maybe you will say, I have never seen any like Chinese when they speak, they move their head. But you are learning. You know, you want to remember. You want to remember the Chinese tones. In the beginning, you have to move like this way. I think it's easy, so you can do this. 我的妈妈很忙. 我的妈妈很忙. Do this like a dance, okay? Easy, right? So the second is I'm fine. I want to share another one. And the pinyin, it's 我很. Okay, I want to say I'm fine. It's not I'm busy. So I'm fine. It's 我很好. Look at this. what about all the characters? They have the same tones. Here it's 我的妈妈很忙, right? Different. They're different. This and this, they're the same. But the second sentence, I am fine in Chinese is 我很好. It's very difficult. What should we do? Every tone is the same, right? Actually, there's one rule. When you read this sentence, I'm fine. Yeah, there are three characters. They have the same tone. But actually, if you separate these sentences, I am fine. So, 我 actually 很好. Sometimes it's like the one word. And in Chinese pinyin, third tone and third tone, the first tone should change to the second tone. So actually the sentence is going to be 我很好. 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 Yes. So the third tone and third tone, we have to change the first third tone to the second tone. This is the rule. You have to remember this. 我很好. Change here. 我很好. Okay. And here, actually, you can also separate this. It's like my mom is busy. So my mom, right? 我的妈妈很忙. 我的妈妈很忙, right? So try to find out if you want to read, if you stop something different, like 我的妈妈很忙. I thought it's actually it's mom is busy, but I forgot you said 我的. Yes, separate the correct way. Actually, sometimes I forgot the sentence. If you separate different place, maybe you will change the meaning. Okay. 声调. So the tone is very important. One thing is don't forget there's a light tone. When you sing nothing on the pinyin, which means it's the light tone, you have to read it lightly and shortly. Okay. And another rule is when you read the things, it's like the third tone and the third tone. The first one you have to read as the second tone. So you cannot say 我很好. That's very strange. You have to say 我很好, 我很好, like this. 谢谢你. 谢谢你. Okay, it's very interesting, right? Okay, remember these 2 points, very important. And then let's continue. And someone just said 谢谢. Yes, I know it's 谢谢, but I'm going to, okay, before we go to the second point, I want to say it's like you can see this, this. Here. 东西太多了。三声的言葉が続いた場合の発音が仕方ごさが。好的，好的。慢慢来，慢慢来。Okay, so I'm going to give you some very interesting example how important the tone is. Before I made many sentences, I felt like this. If you don't read the pinyin, you just ask me, what does this mean? Actually, I have no idea because different tones is totally different. 例子 李子 梨子 The only different part is just the tone. You know, many words sometimes it's like this way. 栗子 means the chestnut. 栗子 the fourth tone. 栗子 chestnut. 李子 is the plum. 李子 and the 梨子 is the pear. So 栗子 If you just say 栗子 you ask me, I don't know which word, like if you want to say, oh, give me the L-I-Z-I, 栗子, I don't know which one do you want. You want the chestnut, or you want the plum, or you want the pear, right? So 栗子 Be careful. Well, this is like always like the people ask me, do you know the like the L-I-Z-I, what does it mean? Like I really have no idea. At least you have to put the tone, like it's the fourth tone, the second tone, and the third tone or the second tone. Okay, remember. Okay, let's jump to this point 2. Point 2, what should we when we want how to improve our Chinese pronunciation? The point 2. Point 1 is be careful about the tone. And the tone, the first thing is like don't forget the light tone. And then when it's the third tone, don't forget to change the third tone to the second tone. Okay. And the second one, it's about the G. Only the G. Why? Maybe before, if you keep watching my videos, you might saw this video before. In and in. Right. So G is important. Why? And how can we pronounce G like the perfectly? Maybe it's not perfectly, it's like the properly. So when there's a G in the end of this pinyin, actually just need to like the pronounce longer and stronger. That's it. For example, there's no G, it's in, short, right? In, and there's a G. Remember, longer, stronger. In, right? In. Yeah, you have to, when you see G, okay, I have to prepare like I need to like pronounce it stronger and longer. Okay, it's easy. In, and okay, the short one. And this one, fan, means the rice. Fan, because there's no G, so short, fan. And there's a G, so stronger and longer, fang, right? Fan, fang. Okay, so G is important. The tone's important, the G is important, okay? And the third point, I will try to teach you faster because sometimes I like to talk other things, which makes very difficult. The third point you need to pay attention to is卷舌. What is 卷? 卷 is like a roll, 舌 your tongue, roll your tongue. It's like yes, it's difficult, right? Actually, many it doesn't matter, Japanese students, and also like they just feel it's very interesting. The sound, it's like the 晚上好, 晚上好. Okay, let's compare to these two words. Okay. Okay, so basically 卷舌, the time you need to roll your tongue basically is just this little thing. It's like the R. Okay, so how do we do this? I know it's very difficult. It's like I can never pronounce the Spanish like that's 弹舌. That's more more difficult. The tongue is like do this way, but basically 卷舌 is just like do this. Your tongue basically is like this shape. Yes, it's like put your tongue. This is your T. Okay, your mouth is here, and then 卷舌 basically you have to put your tongue here. Okay, this is your tongue is here. Go up. So do this, and you keep practice like R. So R means the. For example, I wanted to speak Japanese. 儿子 means the son, and means hungry. If you want to say the son gets hungry, you can say, have it ready. Son gets hungry. 儿子饿了. Okay. So let's see how to roll our tongue. Right. So when you see this little R, you have to try to make your tongue like this shape. R. So 儿子 means son. 饿 means hungry. The son gets hungry. 儿子饿了. You can see the change of my face when I say R, because I have to try to put my tongue like the touch like the T on the top. So I have to keep my mouth kind of open. R, right? So 儿子饿了. It's not that difficult. You just try to keep your tongue like the touch the teeth on the top. Okay. 儿子饿. Okay. And also this character and this character, they look so similar. Okay. Let's see the next one. If you have any questions, you can leave your comments. And also, I know the time is kind of like the some of you are maybe still sleeping, but don't worry, I'm going to save this video for the people who cannot join today. Next one. it's about the n and l. It's like the n and l. Well, actually, it's not just your problem. It's also my problem. Sometimes if I speak super fast, for me, it's very difficult to like say 你 or 你. Because especially like in South area, China, actually many people, many teachers, Chinese teachers, I've seen some videos, and if they don't really pay any attention about, actually they speak like the wrong Chinese. I don't want to criticize about this, because sometimes I make similar mistakes, because you know in China only it's Mandarin. Basically, it's on the TV we speak Mandarin. We don't really use Mandarin in our families. I speak the village language with my parents, my family, and I speak Guilin language, which is like a city language, with my friends. And I only speak Mandarin with my foreign students. It's very interesting, right? And sometimes I speak Mandarin with my university classmates. They come from different provinces. Yes, actually, in my daily life, I talk to my family a lot. So basically, I speak not like the village language a lot. Well, okay, I can give you some example. For example, did you eat in Chinese? Did you eat? Did you eat at home in Chinese? It's 你在家里吃. So how to say did you eat at home? Basically, it's this sentence. Okay, so here, 你在家里吃吗? Especially here and here. Okay, so here and here. When we say this, okay, where's my pencil? 我的铅笔去哪了? Oh no! 铅笔呢? Oh, it's here. Oh my god, so many things. 好的. Hello, 现在才看到。こんばんは OK。こんばんは。很多人说こんばんは。ちょっと説明を見ても成長。好的，加油加油。HSK はどちらの方が、どっちもそれぞれの役割があります。好的。环变成湖南，湖南，湖南，对，对，是的，很难。我想说很难，很难，很难。It's very difficult, right? Okay. So when you want to say "Did you eat at home?" in Chinese, is 你在家里吃吗？你。When you say 你 you feel something. When you want to pronounce the n, oh, it's 这个很脏。When you want to say like 你 you feel something is in your nose. 你 Okay. So you want to pronounce this n. You feel something in your nose. Something in your nose. And when you say You don't feel anything in your nose, and you can relax. But this one is n. Okay, so 你在家里吃吗 Okay, be careful. If you say 你在家里吃吗 it's like it's like which one is 你 Okay. And actually, well, if you want to learn Chinese, of course you want to learn like Mandarin, standard Mandarin, right? But sometimes you might hear many people in South area, they will say this. It's the wrong pronunciation. 你在家里吃吗? Yeah, if you go to South area in China, including my grandparents, when they speak Mandarin, they don't care about the n and l, but it doesn't matter for them. Okay. They will say 你在家里吃吗? And in Guilin language, I can say this in Guilin language. It's like you remove all the tone to the first tone. In Guilin language, we only have one tone. That's the first tone. So in Guilin language, it's like 你在家里吃吗? 你在家里吃吗? This is Guilin language. Without the n and without the roll tone, is everything is so flat. Okay, that's Guilin language. Anyway, okay, so be careful about the n and the l. That's the 4 points. And the last, especially about this and this. Okay, this is a very difficult one. Many people say it's ü. It's like the u. If you don't know how to pronounce this one, I'm going to tell you. Basically, this is like made of u and e. So you can make the shape of your mouth like u, and you try to pronounce e, and it's the mix of u and e. It's ü. So ü, right? Ü. Shape of u, the pronunciation of e. So it's ü. Okay, and this one, it's Many friends, they were trying to learn Chinese, but they could not pronounce the they felt it's so difficult. Actually, it's not that difficult. So basically, it's between R and E. And mix. So the shape of your mouth is R, but it's the E. So right? It's mix A and E. Okay, 5 points. 5 points. And if you remember these five tips, I'm sure your pronunciation can be better. Remember, the third tone sometimes it will be changed. Okay, it will be changed. Like it depends on the sentence. And don't forget this let tone. Okay, let tone. And the second one is G. When you see G, you have to pronounce the words like stronger and longer. And the third one is the roll your tongue. When you see this little R, like arts, okay. And when you see this N and N, be careful. Pay attention about 你 feel something in your nose. 你 nothing in your nose, okay. And the last point is like this and this, they are kind of difficult. Ü and Yeah, Ü, it's mix U and E. Is mix A and E. Okay, that's it. Okay, so it's the ton pour japonais. I speak some French. I'm joking. I think not in France, maybe it's like a midnight, I don't know. Okay. Yes, Ü and Ü is the same thing. 晚上好, I'm going to read now. Okay. Hi, hello. It's interesting. Southern Chinese people speak dialect. Actually, it's not just Southern Chinese people. All Chinese people, or because maybe some of you will think, oh, Beijing language, it's Mandarin. No, Beijing language is Beijing dialect. Beijing language is not Mandarin. They're different. Okay, so Mandarin is Mandarin. There's I think there's no city in China speak like their native language is Mandarin. Okay, like the Guangzhou people speak Cantonese, Guilin people speak Guilin language, Shanghai people speak Shanghai language. Okay, 就是带有地方口音 ，Yeah, or except 就是你没有，就是非常认真的学那个普通话，有个普通话考试，中国人也有一个普通话考试，就是要练习。Actually, in China we have like the Mandarin test for Chinese speakers. Yes, that's 普通话考试。Yes, for many Chinese teachers, they need to take the 普通话考试. Well, but sometimes it's like it's really difficult because if you go to China, basically you will not only speak with your teacher. That's the problem. So sometimes it's okay to make mistakes. It's the third time, but I just felt I said the fourth time I made this mistake. It's okay. Why? Because even many Chinese people cannot speak like a standard Chinese, so it's okay. But why should you you will say, okay, then Chinese people cannot speak standard Chinese. I don't need to like practice my pronunciation. No, that's different. Why? Because just because like the many Chinese people, they cannot speak standard Chinese, you have to try your best to make your pronunciation better, then people can understand you. If you go to really local place, maybe, well, it's very difficult to communicate with them. If you like travel, yes, I mean, if you only want to go to Shanghai, Beijing, like big city, who can speak English there, it's not that difficult. But you want to travel, I mean, my hometown, Guilin, if you want to go to Guilin, I'm sure not that many people who can speak English there. And then when they speak Chinese, it's like this way. 你在家里吃什么? They will say like this. 你在家里吃吗? It's like this. You feel, 你 or 你 or 你. Yeah, sometimes. But when you pronounce this correctly, the people can understand you. Actually, it's convenient for you. It's not for other people. And also it's good for communicate, you know. Right. 很多地方也有各地的方言，对。うはうの口の形で、うの発音をするときは、OK。うはうの口の形で、いの発音をするということでしょうか。そうですね。うを発音するときは、うの口方で、いの発音。だから、うはどっちかというと、うといの間です。Okay. Okay, so please remember these 5 tips, and I'm going to speak Japanese now. When I speak Japanese, and maybe I will give different examples. Okay. If you miss the English time, but if you are interested in Japanese, please stay and continue to watch my hands. 我的手好脏だ。はい、皆さんこんばんは。手がちょっと汚いので、なんかね、汚いので、そのクマちゃんを もうなんかコマちゃん触ったらちょっと汚くなっちゃうので、だから今日はコマちゃんがなしで一応日本語で説明します。はい、さっきもう軽く英語で説明しましたね。発音が良くなるポイントをだいたい5個です。5個です。で、ポイント1は中国語読むときは注意しなきゃいけない。去洗手吧，不要不要不要，我不要去洗手。去洗手的话，大家都知道我的洗手间在后边，不要不要。啊，而且我穿的是白色的衣服よ。あ、白い服着てる。でも手洗うとなんかみんな私手洗う時間待たなきゃいけない。ライブので内部なのでカットできないですね。要是去洗手的话，大家还要等我洗完手再回来，那就把那个给都不好啊，对吧？はい。ポイントは5個ですね。で、1番目は成長、つまり姿勢です。姿勢って言いますが、でも本当は形勢もあります。形勢。読むときは軽くて短いは形勢です。さっきもありましたね。その例文、私のお母さん。もう一度書きますね。我的妈妈，我3世的形勢、1世、形勢。我的妈妈。じゃあなんでこれは形勢になっていますか？もしこの字とこの字同じの時は、後ろの字は全部形勢。例えば、爸爸、谢谢、奶奶、爷爷とか覚えてください。これはポイント1。あと、もう一個注意しなきゃいけないところは、確かに一つの漢字はいつも一つの発音ですけれども、同音字以外に。でも3世と3世の時は多少変えるところもあります。例えば、我很好。私は元気です。我很好。まず、我很好という文章を読むとき、ここで分けますね。私、很好。たまには一つの単語としても大丈夫です。なので、很好、3世と3世の時は、一般的に前の方は2世に変える。つまり、私は元気ですの中国語は、我很好、我很好、我很好、我很好。没問題嗎？我很好。大事です。ポイント1。もし質問があれば、ぜひコメントしてください。翻译词我不是很好。对，确实是。我看一下刚才的 comment。知道了。对。北京語は普通語、マンダリンの発音違うみたいです。そうですね。北京語は標準語ではないですね。私は水が買いたい。我想买水。我想买水。对、確かにね。売ると買う。間違ったら、買うは売るになってしまいます。で、3世の場合が続いたら、発音の仕方ね、たくさん教えてください。好的。そうですね。3世は、我很好以外に、还有什么呢？大体、3世のここ続きもできるですよ。例えば、我很渴。私は喉が渇いています。我很渴。我很渴。我很渴。だから全部ここです。我很渴。もし4つの4世だったら、私も元気です。我也很好。我也很好。4つの4世の時は、 我は我に変わりますが、違います。さっき言いましたね。どこで切るのは大事です。この文章の中には主語は我、也、ここでカットする。なぜなら也は副詞ですね。これは副詞なので、こことつながってるわけじゃないし、前とつながってるわけじゃないので、結局変えるのはこれだけ。我也很好。我也很好。なぜなら、3世と3世の時、前のは2世に変わるのは本当に単語のみですね。文章の中ではないです。例えば、你好。你好は一つの単語だから、你好。2世と3世。你好。很好。同じ。很好。I have heard there is a qualification for standard Mandarin. My Chinese friend wants to be teacher. It's important to be teacher. Yes. But actually, like recently, it's kind of changing. The people want to teach Chinese. Basically, they need certification. But recently, it's like compared to the certification, the people would prefer to have a teacher who can teach you very well. It's like experience, yeah. But of course, if you have a certification, it's really good. Okay, well, it's Japanese time anyway. 好的。我想买水はどうなりますか？我想买水 OK 很好。那我把这个我的妈妈擦掉。这里考えてみましょう。我想买水も3世ですね。我好的。我想買水。私はお水を買いたいです。我想買水。どこでカットと思いますか？我也の我はどうしても2世に聞こえますか？聞こえます。这个吗？我也。もう一個のところは3世は完璧に、そもそも3世は完璧に3世発音するケースが少ないです。我也言ったらなんか微妙。这个也是発音が速くなるとなんか3世はどうしても2世に、あとなんか半3世に聞こえますね。早い時。もう本当ですね。実は4世も全部なんか半1世、半2世、半3世、半4世に聞こえる。もし早い時。なぜならその次の単語に変化するために早くなるとなんかどうしても半分しか聞こえない。まあ英語も同じですね。なんか一番最初の単語の最後に次の単語の最初につながっちゃうっていうのはすごくネイティブっぽくなる。それはレベルちょっと高くなっちゃいます。でも最初の時はこのカットで練習して、あと早くなるとこんな感じになるね。こんな感じ。視線もつながっている感じ。はい、これ、我想買水。我想買水で言ったらなんか違和感がある。所以これも同じ。我想買水。水を買う。カットしてはいけないですね。水を買う。所以一样的。也是水を買う。まあ日本語もよくありますね。ご飯を食べる。なんかおがあるから、なんかご飯を食べる。なんか一つみたいなイメージ。水を買う。元気。很好は。そうそう、很は。これ、良いの意味。つながるために很好。所以形容詞と関係がある很。所以很好一つ。买水一つ。好，没问题吗？好的。这个是发音発音するとき注意しなきゃいけないところは形声と3声の変化のところ、どこでカットするのも大事です。好、2番目注意しなきゃいけないところは G があるかどうか。 さっきも軽く例文が、もし皆さんもっと他の単語、違いの単語があれば、ぜひ教えてください。G、大事ですね。大事ですけど、難しくない。比如说、さっきの例文は、音と高。奥、ご飯。先にご飯で書くわ。ご飯と奥。他には知ってますか？たくさんありますね。なるほど。对。小米手表。怎么冒出个小米手表？搞笑。まあ確かにね、なんか、結局、なんかみんな CD みたいに喋ってないので、多少難しいですね。どうしてもなんか、こんな風に聞こえる。でも練習するときは、練習しなきゃいけないですね。なんか分けて、ね、発音練習しなきゃいけない。2番目は G。G がついているのは、発音が伸ばして強く読む。イーン、ちょっと伸ばす。2秒くらい。インとか。これは G がないものは短い。イン、イン、イン、イン、イン、イン。これはご飯。ファン、ファン、ファン。奥。ファン、ファン、ファン。なので G があれば、なるべく伸ばして、あと発音が強く読む。まあ、口が大きくすると、ちょっとなんか発音がキープできる。すぐ口を閉じちゃうと、その発音がストップになっちゃいますので、だから2秒で、イン、インとか、ER でイメージ。はい、次は卷舌、巻き舌。巻き舌は、練習するしかないですね。さっきもちょっとこの写真。これは上の歯と下の歯。これは下。下は上の歯に頑張ってつけてるまま発音すると巻き舌が出てくる。吃とか、さっきのお腹すくと息子とかの例文がありましたね。好的，这个是と对その下が上の歯につくために、なんかその口はちょっと開けっぱなしでイメージですね。でも、言うときは、下はまっすぐ。なので、歯と歯、なんか口ほとんど閉じてる状態。口がちょっと開けてる感じ。なぜなら、下が上につけてるから、閉じちゃうと、この R って発音、巻き舌はできない。なぜなら、例えばこれは下、巻いてる状態。これは歯。もしこの歯、こうすると、閉じちゃうと、巻き舌ができないですね。だから、巻き舌するために、この状態、上の歯と下の歯はある程度ちょっと距離が置かないといけない。对不对？所以結構みんな巻き舌するときすごい下の場所ずっと見てる。実は 個人の考え方ですけど、なんか顔の表情が見てほしい。なぜならなんか全体ですね。全体です。このなんかなんか曲げ出すときはそもそも口はちょっと開けてる状態ですね。あと顔もちょっと開かてるイメージ。顔が痩せるかもしれません。いきなり。对。結構なんかこんな噂じゃないかもしれません。なんかよく最近なんか顔が痩せれる体操、ピンの痩せ体操があります。中国で。みんな毎日、とか練習してる。好。覚えましたか？巻き舌の時は、口がちょっと開けっぱなし。舌が巻くのスペースが必要でイメージ。でもこっちは、没問題。これは簡単ですね。ぬというとき、なんかここに木が生えてる。でも、のときはリラックス。だから、ここ、鼻の中に木が何もないイメージ。木が生えてる。木がない。これも簡単。最後には、っていう発音ルール。さっきもコメント言いましたね。はほぼ、の口方で、の発音。は、の口方で、の発音。簡単でしょう。の口方で、の発音は、で、との間は、对不对？好的。中国語の発音が良くなるポイントは、個人から見ると、これ5個だけ注意すれば、大体問題ない。それ以外そんなに難しい。それ以外はもう丸暗記しかないですね。なぜなら、例えば3世は3世、2世は2世。ただ、さっき言いましたね。どこでカットするのも大事です。あと3世と3世の時は、前の2の発音は2世に変わったりとか、形成はちょっと軽く読んだりとか、あと10があれば伸ばす。巻き舌があれば頑張れ口閉じないで。との時は鼻のところを注意しなきゃいけない。あと、との時は、一回想像する。はとい、はといとかっていう大事ですね。難しいと思います。巻き舌はやっぱり難しい。練習すれば必ずできるとは限らない。自分も同じ。スペイン語のトゥル今はできてない。でもなぜか、トレス3を言うときだけできる。他の単語の R は全然できてない。TR は多分中国人にとっては簡単かな。トレスみたいな。トレス。なんかいろんな方法もあります。なんか水飲みながらなんかトゥルいう感じ。でもやっぱりちょっと違うな。所以比较難。Where did you learn Japanese? I'm deeply impressed. I learned Japanese in China because, 7 years I feel. But recently, I don't have many chance to practice my Japanese because my students, they can speak Chinese with me now. 安和昂，对，广东话有6种声调，闽南话有7到8种，不会吧？猫头鹰，银行啊，对，大家还是发ヤム。広東語の発音はヤムですね。ヤム茶是ヤム茶吗？ヤム茶，ヤム，是不是ヤム？这个 Your Japanese is very nice. Really? Thank you. 最近なんかやっぱりいろんな言語使いすぎて混乱してる。たまにはなんか英語を喋ってる途中でなぜかフランス語の単語が出てきてしまって。そうですね。夢もいろんな言語が混ぜてる。危ないかもしれませんね。いろんな言語を勉強すると。でも楽しい。多分こんな期間もあると思います。最初、混乱してる状態、意味わからない状態で一応勉強し続けて、あれ急に、あれ分かってきたわっていうイメージが多いと思う。实际对话中正确发音有难度。对呀、所有的语言都是一样啊。全部の言語同じと思う。だから最初はみんなしっかり勉強するべきと思います。最初結構テキスト見ると、ちょっと日常会話あんまり使わないかもしれませんけど、でも、なんでかな。日本語みたいに、まず、ますです。ちゃんと勉強して、そして、だとか、食べました。だから日本語のテキストはすごい良かったと思います。今考えたら。最初も、ご飯を食べました。でも実際に日本に来たみんなご飯を食べたとか、食べただけ。ますです。あんまり、逆にますです。あんまり使わないかもしれません。店員さんだございますとか出てきて、難しい。我觉得日语是最難学的。日本語は英語より難しいと思う。で、フランス語はスペイン語より難しいと思う。やっぱりそれぞれの難しさがありますね。多分韓国語もありますね。韓国語も、そうですね。韓国語もインリダ、ハンリダとか出てきて、なんとかよもありますね。そうですね。短いは、やっぱり日常会話は結局短いですね。短い。英語も同じ。テキストの英語と、実際の英語の長さが全然違う。I would like to know what is the student structure, the structure in your head when you switch languages. I don't know. 我不知道。I have no idea. 所以我觉得以后不会被抓去研究我的大脑是怎么运作的吧，好恐怖啊。对，実は有一个I have a friend and he's kind of like a scientist. He's like the specialized in the human being's brain. That's kind of scary. And he is really interested in learning language, and so he said he knew why I could learn like a different language easily, and he said basically human beings brain, it's like the okay, it's very interesting. I'd like to share about this too. 実際实际的中文对话几乎没有你们想象那么大。对，英语也是这样，但是对于学习外语的人来说，就是刚开始还是得老老实实的练习。那以前我们学习英语也不就是这样吗？ What is your name? How are you today? But basically, when people really speak, they don't really like the How are you? What's your name? What's up? They even don't say like the things is really difficult. English, Chinese, Japanese, similar. So, well, 就是我有一个朋友 so I have a friend, and he's like he told me like the human being's brain. It's so scary. I'm not sure it's true or not. And it's like if you are like you are just a 5-year-old kid, and your family they speak So basically, for example, me, when I was like 5, here, 0 to 5, I only know like my village language. So I'm going to a village language. And then after that, I have another. It's like the city language. Okay, city language starts from here. So this is, maybe I noticed it's like I know before 4, I feel the word there's only one language, that's my village language. But from 6, I know there's a city language. And then continue. This is still the Chinese, this is still Chinese. And then there's the English. And then I go to school. Oh, Mandarin, I will write like that. So city language, and then Mandarin. So English is after I learned Mandarin. So English here, and then university, I learned Japanese. And then in Japan, I started to learn Spanish. And then recently, I started to learn French. So it's like a tree. It's like the tree. And then because it's like a tree, so the main thing is here. You don't know, sometimes I just feel, I don't know how to switch the language, just I feel the reaction is about the human being. So sometimes for me it's very difficult just to learn the language alone. So I have to see the human being's face, and then I can notice. It's like for me it's really, sometimes it's really difficult to speak English. Like when I see like I'm just kind of difficult, like to speak English just to my sister. For example, you ask me to speak English to my sister. It's so difficult for me. When I see my sister, I just want to speak the village language. When I see my friends in Guilin, it's impossible for me to speak Japanese to them. So I just like to do this. It's like a tree. So the reaction is depends like the words. For example, now the comment is the comment, it's like the Chinese here. I can see here. 我觉得实际在那里是最好的学习方法。实际住在那，对，实际住在那，但是不是每个人都有这个条件，就是比较难，也不一定。其实我觉得不一定，就是我觉得最大的那个，语言环境不是你住的地方，而是你接触的人群，这个是很重要的。我在广州住了4年，我还是不会说广东话。对，为什么呢？因为我在广州接触的都是日本的学生，所以我的身边都是日本的学生。虽然我在广州，但是那个语境就是日语，我每一次就是想说日语。虽然是在中国，但在东京后呢，我有很多那个欧美那边的朋友，所以我在东京反而日语的水平下降了。为什么呢？因为那个我每天用的语言其实是英语。我的最好的朋友是不是最好的朋友，就是我非常好的一个朋友是美国人，所以我们几乎就是常常聊天。所以这真的是取决于你接触的人群，而不是你居住的环境。对，接触语言的环境很重要，还有就是跟你沟通的人群，就是对，特别是接触的人群，环境倒不是那么重要。我觉得你完完全全可以住在中国，但是你的朋友全部是外国人，比如说每天聊天的全是 外语，然后你也可以去国际学校，那去国际学校你说都是英语，所以即使你是在中国，那你的中文也不一定好，要是你每天在用那个英语阅读，用英语写作，用英语每天用英语的话，还是英语，对不对？所以就是但小的时候就是不会混乱。那么 for example, like a village language and city language, I have no idea because I cannot read, there's no writing, so basically it's like the just speak. And Mandarin, it's like I learned in school. English, I learned in school. Japanese, I learned in school. Spanish, I learned in cafe. French, I learned in cafe. Yeah, similar like this. So just keep learning. And then one day you will notice that, oh, okay, this is the point. It's like that. I just found this and this. That's so funny. For example, in my village language, I have like the cook is cook the rice. In my village language is 煮饭. I cannot write because village language we don't have like the characters. So village language to say cook the rice is 煮饭. And the French, I'm hungry is 吃饭. I just felt, wow, okay. If when I heard it's like, what? I'm hungry in French is 吃饭. Okay, this is so similar like the cooked rice. And then I will try to find out something. Oh, okay. When I want to say these words, I think about this village. And there's an interesting pronunciation. It's like the to drink. To drink in French is boire. So in the beginning of boire, I've never heard boire pronunciation in Chinese. In Mandarin, boire, there's no boire. But in my village language, boire, it means 8. So I thought, oh, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In my village language, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So boire is like 8. Oh, okay, so boire is like the French drink. So this is how I learn different languages at the same time. It's like I try to find something common. So I feel, oh, this is I can find this way. Oh, okay, like the Japanese, and like I could not remember the jeans. Like, oh, jeans is like the Chinese jeans mirror. Okay, so I do okay like this jeans, and then oh no, it's not a city language. So it's like this. I will do this, and then English. Before I could not remember English words, so I use Chinese like the Chinese words to remember the English is like the tooth, like a tooth, the teeth, tooth. Like oh, it's similar like a tooth. Tooth is like a rabbit. Tooth. I just like I use this, so I do this. Use this to learn this, and then Spanish. So, and my Spanish teacher, he can speak English very well. So he always tells me like the you know this like the, for example like the let me think. I use bicicleta. So like the bike. So it's a bicycle, bicicleta. So bicycle, bicicleta. So I feel oh so similar. So I use this to learn Spanish. Yeah, sometimes it's like I will try to find out. And then I learn Spanish and learn French. It's like oh they're so similar. It's like they have like a JC, tu es, and it's a blah blah blah. So it's similar like Spanish as yo soy, like the yo soy, tú eres. It's similar. They have different B verbs. Yeah. So I just this is how I learn different languages. Oh, Korean. Oh, I learned Korean before. Before Spanish, I learned Korean. Yes, I learned Korean. my Korean teacher, she can speak Japanese. So she told me like the Korean and Japanese, that's so similar, like grammar. So for example, I remember like I learned French in school. It's like 초등 한국어를 초등 학교에서 한국어를 공부합니다. It's like in Japanese is 私は学校で韓国語を勉強する. Oh, so in Korean they have wa and de, and the words is like 勉強する, 공부합니다, 공부하다. So similar is like する is 합니다. So 입니다 is this, 합니다 is like a must. So okay, that's so similar. So I do this. I use Japanese to learn Korean. Yeah, basically I think it's easier to learn this together and it's easy to learn this together. But so basically it's like this part. Yeah, how I learn different languages at the same time. It's like learn one language, find out another language, and find out another language, and find out the root to different languages. So just separate Japanese, Korean, one family, Spanish, French, English, one family. It's like that. Okay. 我有一个，我要这么多，我差不多我只敢写上中文。哇哦！老师自学西班牙语和法语吗？不是，我没有那么聪明啊。我的话是必须要老师，我都有那个老师的。最好的朋友就是男朋友，不是最好的朋友，当然不是男朋友。男朋友和好朋友是一个的话，那太悲伤了，就是你想抱怨的时候都没法抱怨。天天接触广东话，我也没去过广东、香港，但也会说广东话。真的吗？我也会一个冇问题啊，就是一个看那个港剧吗？我一个人在自学3年，但有点担心了，我实际不知道我写的句子是不是正确的。文法，你是说语法吧？语法在平时网络上查的，哈哈。我差不多用只敢写成中文。好，我有个疑问，为什么非母语学习中文都会去学习简体中文？因为我觉得有两大因素，就是学习，第一是听说在很多使用那个繁体字的地方，他们都开始慢慢的改到简体字。为什么？因为繁体字比较简体字比较简单，因为是简体嘛，所以简单一点，所以比较大众化。第二就是那个大家都想跟大陆做生意嘛，所以跟大陆做生意，他们必须还是得用简体字，所以没办法。对吧 ？OK， 直播了很长时间，要是大家有什么疑问的话，可以留言。老师要去吃饭了，好饿呀。Okay, thank you for watching today. Don't forget to, if you like my live streaming, don't forget to give me the like. And I will see you next Wednesday. I think next Wednesday it's going to be the last live streaming this year. I feel okay. 我用的繁体字也是自学的，哇，这么聪明！繁体字真的是很难，但是看起来很美。对，辛苦了，好好休息，谢谢你们。我的场合小时候会读啊，很厉害，都会读孔子、庄子了。好的 ，Thank you for watching today. Don't forget to give me the like if you like my live streaming, and if you have any questions, you can leave your comments. OK， 谢谢大家，下个星期见，再见。